I was extremely proud of Reggie Johnson because when he got the news on Friday that this might be a possibility, I fully expected him to say, I can't practice under these conditions. Instead, he had an absolutely great practice on Friday and Saturday. He was terrific at the shoot-around. The players responded very well to him when they found out the news. A terrific group of kids. I talked about their character after the game, of the way they've responded to adversity throughout the year, whether it be injuries or suspensions or illness or all the various things that have happened to this group. Even Malcolm in the first half, I kind of got upset with him because I didn't think he was being aggressive enough, and I took him out and didn't play him, didn't start him in the second half, and he came out and buried 2 huge threes, got several assists, key baskets for another 3 that gave us the run to start the second half. And for a young man that has experienced some of the frustration he has, I thought he really rose to the occasion. But it was a total team effort. Florida State is a very, very good team at both ends of the floor, and we're very appreciative of the great effort our guys put in defensively. We held them to 40% overall, 21% from 3, and that's a good combination for us.
Jim, this benefit apparently went not to Reggie himself, but to his family members. Did you feel it was...
Can you say that again? I didn't hear what you said.
This impermissible benefit apparently went to a member of Reggie's family, not to him. So in light of that, did you think it was fair that he, the player, suffered?
Well, let me explain how I look at those things. I'm not someone who judges or evaluates what other people do. I don't look at hypothetical situations and think I'm supposed to have the answer. I think whenever something like this comes up, there's a process that needs to be followed. And it's my understanding Reggie and his family didn't do anything wrong. They didn't know of any impermissible benefit. It was somebody else that did that. But Reggie's already paid a dear price missing this game. But the university, the athletic department, and the basketball program will be in complete cooperation with whatever is decided by the NCAA. So Reggie and the team will feel the same way.
Do you have any timetable, even an estimate of when you might know anything?
I don't know any timetable.
Jim, do you know, do you know which member of the former staff is the one?
You'll have to talk to someone who's more knowledgeable than I am.
Jim, when did you find out that Reggie would not play? When did you receive word that he would not play?
Well, absolutely, for sure,
definitely.
like 6 o'clock when we were tipping it off.
Seriously?
Well, no, because we didn't know when the decision would be made, and actually no decision has been made. It's an ongoing process. We were just told at this point in time, he couldn't play. It hasn't been cleared yet as to what the decision will be, what the penalty might be. So I was notified Wednesday that the NCAA wanted to talk to Reggie on Thursday. Reggie talked to him on Thursday, and then we were notified on Friday that in all likelihood the investigation would continue, the process would continue, and we wouldn't know Reggie's status. So at that moment, he's ineligible to play until you get reinstated. Like there was some kind of violation reported or discovered, and then you, the way I understand it, you have to go through a process of being reinstated then. And we're working through that process.
Jim, should the prior staff have known that this definitely was not a permissible benefit?
I don't know. I don't know all the details. I don't know what decision was made, who made it, and how it was done. What I do know is we got a great group of kids, and they have fought through this since basically August. And to have it come up now is very unfortunate. But you see the quality of their character by how they played today. They didn't hang their heads, they didn't quit, they didn't lose their confidence. They stuck together like any good team should, and rose to the occasion. Reggie did the same thing. He didn't pack it in. He didn't quit. He practiced very hard and helped his teammates prepare.
Jim, talk about coming out in the playing so much zone defense. What I know for you, you're a man-to-man devotee, and then you guys were.
Do you know what that was a result of? Our offense. We weren't scoring, so you have to make some change. We already tried 3 different offenses, so we said, well, let's change the defense and see if that changes what Florida State is doing, and that might provide us an opportunity to get some fast break baskets, which it did. They missed a couple of shots, they turned it over, we were able to get some runouts, and that group of Shane Larkin, Duran Scott, Trey McKinney-Jones, Daquan Jones, and Kenny Kaji really finished the half strong, and that's basically why we started in the second half. We hoped that they would keep it going. But then we found out quickly that, they came out and buried that 3. They scored again. Okay, out of the zone, back man-to-man, back to our bread and butter.
Jim, fans storming the court, something we haven't seen a lot here.
Yeah, that's probably where I should have begun this. And one of the things we're trying to build here is not just a good team, but a good program. And by a good program, I mean every part of a basketball program, where you have the support of your student body, where you have the support of your faculty and administration, where you have the support of your alumni, where you have the support of your local community, you have the support of your season ticket holders, you have the support of people outside the area that just become UM fans because they start following the team, much like our football program created when they won national championships. One of the great things about our university is our brand. Everybody knows about the U. And what we want to do is very much what Katie Meyer has done. Her and her staff have done a fantastic job of recruiting good kids who play hard, who play well. They compete for the ACC title. They're competing for a national championship right now. And everybody has great respect here at the university for Katie and her staff and her program. And we're just at the beginning stages of ours. We're trying to lay a foundation. I think the players have done a remarkable job, but we still have a lot of growth left.
Can you talk about what it felt like for you to see, because you've been talking about how this is the fun of college basketball, is these kind of crowds. When you saw the fans, the students standing in the court and lifting up your players.
When I heard that it was going to be sold out, I was very, very excited about that. Do we know when the last sellout was?
One other against Duke.
Only one other time against Duke. Okay, so only the second time in school's history. Then to win on your home court and have those students charge the court, how many times has that happened?
No,
Never?
not that I remember.
Okay, so for the second time in school history, sell out. For the first time in school history, the students were able to celebrate a great victory on their home court. What we hope happens is that there will be many spin-offs from that the students who attended the games will want to come more regularly. They'll want to come next Saturday when we play Boston College and honor our seniors who are going to be playing in their last game. We hope that they'll tell their friends and classmates what fun it was, that it was like Carolina, like Duke, and that we knocked off a top 25 team, and everybody gets excited because starting next week, it's March Madness, and every college in the country wants to be a part of March Madness. There isn't a student body that doesn't relish that opportunity, even if you've been a number of times and everybody expects it. Once you get in there, it's very exciting. But if you haven't been there on an annual basis, when it comes once in a while or rarely, as students should be so fired up to help propel us to that level. Because your crowd, like it did today, elevated us. They were our sixth man. When we fell behind, our players had the crowd pick them up. And I want to thank the student body, our Category 5, for doing that, and for our players to perform under these circumstances.
Jim, you talked at the top about how proud you were of Reggie, the way he handled the last 24, 48 hours, whatever it's been. When your team knew for certain that they were going to be without him tonight, Did you notice their resolve steal, a little bit as well out of that?
Someone asked me this afternoon, who had come to our shoot-around for the very first time. Now, the players were just notified before that shoot-around. Now, the person who was there had no idea what was going on. After the shoot-around, that person said to me, is your shoot-around always this jovial, all this energy? And I turned to Amy and said, what do you think? And she nodded, and I nodded. Yeah, pretty much all year, there's been a lot of energy amongst the players. And I said, they've dealt with a lot of adversity, and they've been able to overcome it. They've found ways to find something positive.
Kenny talked, and I'm sure you're glad to hear it, about this just being one win. You still got things to go, but we out here have a tendency to kind of look at bigger wins. How do you look at, and this was I think what we would call a bigger win.
What we've asked the players to do is take it one day at a time, and one game at a time. Just too many unknowns. Who would have known 48 hours ago that Reggie wasn't going to play in this? And my guess is if that got announced on Friday, you guys would have been digging our grave. Saying, oh, without Reggie, they can't beat Florida State. Because in the media, the only good story is whether it's great or awful, right? Medium doesn't work. So in this case, just know that the guys made it a great story.
Jim,
How big is that win then?
It's like the others. I like winning.
How has the season been for you and for this program? I mean, a lot of ups and downs, 2 ranked victories, storming the court, Reggie's injury, the Nevin Shapiro stuff. How's the season been?
Well, I will tell you this, that on Thursday, for the first time in my coaching career, I went out to the golf course with my wife and rode on her golf cart as she played 9 holes in 80-degree temperature. We then had dinner and relaxed, and we said, man, how great is it to live in Miami? And we've enjoyed it. The transition has been a challenge, but anybody that knows me and my staff, we are not fearful of challenges. We like to overcome the challenges that we do face. We're basically teachers, and we like to see our kids become better and better educated on and off the court. And as they've learned to execute, as Durant Scott said, how well they executed the game plan. I think he used the expression, we executed everything that Coach L said, and they did. They did. We said we needed to hit 10 threes today. We hit 9. We said we needed to make 20 free throws. We made 23. So that's the other 3-pointer we didn't get.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much.